Yuri Prohaska versus Khalil Roundtree. Starting with my personal favorite. With Yuri wild and explosive style, 97% of his fights ends with a finish. His last fight was against Jamal Hill, who said this before the fight.
Your last performance, you got dominated. I got caught. You got dominated. It's a huge difference.
I think I knocked him out. You know what I mean? And I do.
Eventually.
Yuri won against Jamal Hill via knockout in round 3. Khalil Roundtree's last opponent is also Jamal Hill, who said this before the fight.
I will knock out Khalil Roundtree.
I'm gonna have fun with this one. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this one.
The next day.
Khalil Roundtree dominated Jamal Hill and won by a unanimous decision. Now with Roundtree's newly formed aura and fight IQ to win round by round, he will fight with Yuri Prohaska, who started putting his hands up a little bit to not get caught. This is going to be a banger fight because Roundtree has never shot for any takedown in his fights, and Yuri always fights like a wild man on the mission. The only thing that I don't like about this fight that it is going to be a 3-round fight. This fight should be booked for 5 rounds. By the way, subscribe to MMA Shift so that your favorite fighter won't end up being in this position in a title fight for all 5 rounds. The second fight in the list is Diego Lopes versus Gene Silva. Gene Silva had an amazing performance against Bryce Mitchell. He submitted Bryce in round 3. Before that, he knocked out Malsik Bagsarian, Drew Dober, Charles Jordan, and Weston Wilson. On the other hand, Diego Lopes is coming off from a loss against Alexander Volkanovski. Before that, he had an amazing performance against Brian Ortega. This fight is booked for Noche UFC 5 rounds main event. With Gene Silva knockout power and Diego Lopes forward pressure, this fight won't go to decision. Gene Silva is heavy favorite in this matchup, and I'm excited to see how Diego Lopes will look after his last loss. If Gene Silva win, the UFC will push him for the title shot in my opinion. The third fight in the list is Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira 2. Magomed Ankalaev has stopped Alex Pereira's legendary run, who has knocked out Yuri, then Jamal Hill, and then Yuri again. Now that Ankalaev is the new lightweight champion of the world, this fight won't go to decision in my opinion. It will be hard for Alex Pereira to win this fight. We will most likely get a finish in this fight. Most of the people forget that Ankalaev did not want to fight Alex Pereira during Ramadan, which is why he refused to fight Alex in UFC 300. And because of that, UFC offered Jamal Hill to Alex in UFC 300. But since UFC wanted Alex to be a champion, that is why they offered Ankalaev to fight again during Ramadan in UFC 313, which he accepted. Now that Ankalaev would be 100% in this fight, I think he might knock out Alex Pereira. It would be sad to watch Alex go down like this. He is already 38 years old. Alex can also retire if he gets knocked out, but I wish him the best. The fourth fight in the list is Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane. After Tom Aspinall retired Jon Jones, the ducking era is finally over, and Tom Aspinall has officially become the new heavyweight champion of the world. This fight is so important because the worst thing that can happen to UFC right now is Cyril Gane becoming a new champion. Because he already lost to Jon Jones, who ducked Tom Aspinall for more than a year. Tom Aspinall is on a generational run right now, finishing everyone in round 1. With the speed and the power he has, I think he will knock out Cyril Gane in this fight. And then we finally take out Cyril from the title conversation, who has become Kobe Covington of heavyweight division at this point. The fifth fight on the list is Charles Oliveira versus Rafael Fiziev. I don't know why this fight was made. Charles Oliveira just got knocked out by Ilia Topuria in the last fight. We have not seen Charles go down this bad in a fight. Now Charles will fight Rafael Fiziev after getting knocked out less than 4 months ago. Rafael Fiziev is not only a good striker but also has a good takedown defense. I don't know what Oliveira team is thinking. Alexander Volkanovski was the last fighter that did the same, and he got knocked out back to back. We know Rafael Fiziev is not as skilled as Ilia Topuria, but he has good kicks and punches. Fiziev also looked very good in his last fight and has been fighting intelligently now. This fight is so important because it will determine the future of Charles Oliveira. I really hope he does not get knocked out in this fight. The sixth fight in the list is Benoit Saint-Denis versus Mauricio Rufy. Mauricio Rufy is one of the most exciting prospects in the lightweight division. He is coming off with an impressive knockout against Bobby Green. His karate stance reminds everyone of Conor McGregor's fighting style. On the other hand, Benoit Saint-Denis is coming off with a round 2 submission in the last fight. Before this fight, he got knocked out by Dustin Poirier and then got done pretty badly by Manny Moicano. If Mauricio Rufy wants to climb up the ranking fast, he needs to finish Benoit Saint-Denis in this fight. I'm excited to see how he will look in this fight. The seventh fight in the list is Nasruddin Imavov versus Caio Borralho. Imavov is coming from back-to-back wins against Israel Adesanya, Brandon Allen, Jared Cannonier, and Roman Dolidze. He is the most deserving fighter to get a title shot. On the other hand, Caio Borralho is undefeated in the UFC right now. Some of his last wins are against Jared Cannonier, Paul Craig, and Abus Magomedov. This fight is so important because the winner of this fight will get a title shot next in my opinion. There is already some back and forth between Imavov and Caio Borralho. It is going to be a good fight. The eighth fight in the list is Dominic Reyes versus Carlos Zuberg. Ever since judges robbed Dominic Reyes from a win over Jon Jones, his career took a dark turn. But now he is back. Reyes has finished Dustin Jacoby, Anthony Smith, Nikita Krylov in his last 3 fights. On the other hand, Carlos Zuberg is on absolute tear. He is on 8-fight winning streak. And I'm so excited to see how Dominic Reyes will look in this fight. Let me know in the comment section which fight you are looking forward the most. And thank you Marshall Bauman for your comment on my previous video. Now watch these videos so that your favorite fighter won't end up being delusional like Jamal Hill is in every fight. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.